Oh, fuck. Anyway. Ah! Every flipping time. Hey there, everyone. Chris here. And welcome to the first ever reaction uh, on the channel. So, you know what you clicked for. So, wait, hold on. Let me do a little. Okay, sorry for the pause. As I was saying, you know where you came. Really, so you are coming from, coming for. My bad. Share screen. Come on, dog. Go support NoxiMation's second channel. Give him all the love. Tell him I sent you. So I might do little pauses here and there just to give my thoughts. Like give this man all the stuff he needs to just give him all the love on his second channel. Because NoxiMation, because it's pretty much the ooh, this motherfucker don't miss. Like genuinely, I'm waiting. Just we, I got myself some snacks. So it's like a proper premiere. Mephisto's pilot. Hey, Dev. Oh, oh, I'm eating.
You need to practice more.
This is a Beyblade. It may seem like just a plastic and metal spinning disc made for kids ages 8 to 12, but it actually has the power to change the world. I know you're all here to see me talk about future designs for Beyblade characters, but
Okay, little pause. I do look. I do like the shirt, and there he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
it's a little deeper than that. Let me show you something.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
Three, two, one. Ready? Oh no, guys, it's Broadway. Freedom. You're just a little kid. This isn't over. My name isn't the bird.
This was a short film I made with my brother when I was 9 years old. It's called Beyblade Metal Hunters, and the
Okay, I'll say this. It's really, really well made. Like, good job.
plot was simple. Some kid gets his Nintendo DSi stolen and has to battle the thief to take it back. It's juvenile, crudely edited, horribly acted. I can't even tell what's happening half the time. And it's one of the proudest.
Actually, a big battle happens. There is a something that did happen, which I respect. How your bro filmed this. You got my respects, sir.
Things I've ever made. I've been reinterpreting my favorite fiction since I was a kid, and so this is nothing new to me. But the love I have for Beyblade runs much deeper than YouTube.
The time has come at last!
Grab a one. Consider me.
Okay. I know I'm pausing, but bruh, the editing is so been goaded for these bits when Noxie talks about Beyblade.
Welcome.
Go now and finish what you started!
Overall balance. You're fine.
A Beyblade's true strength has nothing to do with attack power or stamina. It attacks using the feelings of the blader who is connected with it, as if all the power in the cosmos was being poured into it.
We all thought Beyblade ended with Nemesis, the final battle.
And did you say? My curiosity has peaked. Oh, let me. Here's what I was doing. Oh shoot! Let me show the chat. It's YouTube. Okay, okay.
The gods of spin. The last clash between good and evil. Jenga soaring through the galaxy like some spinning savior, while Pegasus glowed with godlike intensity. But what if I told you the real story, the one that matters, started after the world was saved?
Word. Word.
See, for years, Beyblade was dismissed as just a toy commercial, a hype machine with fire theme songs and plastic tops. But to the kids who watched it, who felt it, it was more than that. It was a myth. It was freedom. It was purpose projected through battle cries and plastic stadiums. And as much as it was about launch techniques and recreating special moves, Beyblade was about growth. It subtly fed us themes and lessons as children that stuck with us long after the launchers broke and the shows ended. Themes of identity, ambition, regret, and legacy. So when I say I wanted to make Beyblade grow up with us, I mean that literally. I took the characters we watched as kids, Jinga, Kyoya, Ryuga, Kenta, Tsubasa, Hikaru, etc., and imagined who they'd be 10 years later. Not just older, but emotionally evolving. And suddenly, it wasn't just nostalgia.
I do like the premise. Genuinely, I really do. Again, I'm stopping to pause and commentate. If y'all don't like it, sorry.
Nostalgia anymore. It was catharsis.
Yo, that looks. I did saw it in like the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man rewrite, or I may be misremembering stuff, but that really looks good. Not good, you flipping prick. It really gives off old school Cartoon Network vibes, like mwah, chef's kiss.
Here's the thing about Beyblade. A lot of the characters' arcs never really finished. They were sacrificed for pacing, product cycles, or just plain writer apathy. Entire stories got dropped. Development was halted. And although the show generally ended on good narrative terms, characters who should have become more important than they were got benched like they were nothing. Even main characters, Jinga and Kyoya's rivalry, never truly settled. Ryuga's sacrifice, cut to black. Hikaru's entire journey, don't even get me started.
Oh,
Ryuga's sacrifice, cut to black.
cut to black. Oh my gosh, bro, that's frying me. Jinga, yeah, never finished. Riga cut to black.
Hikaru's entire journey, don't even get me started.
Yeah. The less said about what happened to Hikaru, the better.
And Damien and Reggie, absolutely no explanation. Characters introduced later on like Aguma and Chris honestly just felt kind of one-dimensional and don't deserve the status that they have. Hot take? It felt like with the latter half of Metal Fury and Zero G as a whole, Beyblade hit fast forward on everything just so they could sell the next wave of toys. And while that's fine when you're a kid, as adults, we start craving the closure we never got. We don't just want to see these characters again, we want to understand them. We want to see them deal with some of the same crap we do. Regret, identity crises, burnout, responsibility, the irrational fear that
Once again, word. Speak. Speak the truth, sir. Speak it.
maybe our best days are behind us, or just the uncertainty of moving forward. So what would it look like if Beyblade characters grew up with us? Instead of being frozen in the roles we remember them by, they evolved into full, layered people. That's what Beyblade Beyond is. It's not just a redesign, it's a revolution.
Fire ass time. Well,
Let's get this out of the way. Beyblade shouldn't have gone as hard as it did. It had absolutely no business being that dramatic. The shonen style arcs, the stakes, the visuals, the god tier soundtracks, they made it feel way too premium for what is essentially, at its very core, a glorified toy commercial. But that's what made it unforgettable. It pushed a basic idea, tops that spin in circles and hit each other, and ran with it so far it flew off the stadium. The writing made us care. The characters had sauce. The world had rules and mysticism and legacy. That was the genius. It took something so basic and juvenile and made it feel like life or death. That's why kids loved the show, because it got their imagination rolling. We tried to do special moves in real life, to launch Beyblades and fire and all that other stupid shit. They got us. They got us hook, line, and sinker. No matter how young your audience is, or what the intent of what you're trying to sell to them, the mark of a piece of art is giving it your all. And because it reached that high, it deserved to go deeper. The biggest crime of the Metal Saga isn't what it showed, it's what it didn't. Because underneath all the stylized attacks and tournament brackets was a cast of characters who were built for complexity. Kyoya, the lone wolf with unresolved envy issues, finally beats Jenga, or so we would theorize because they never bothered to show it. Ryuga, once the living embodiment of dark power, sacrifices himself for another and fades away. But is he at peace, or just lost? Hikaru, who had so much potential for strength, gets sidelined so fucking hard that it's like the writers forgot she
not gonna lie, when I first saw it on the Discord, that is like, bro, that it is devious. Like, oh, oh, gosh.
existed. And Damien was built up as an unhinged, soul-crushing antithesis to Jenga, only to be discarded the second Spiral Force was destroyed. These aren't characters you should move on from, these are characters you dive into. And then there's the world itself. Beyblade's lore is secretly cracked. Like, why does Reggie's dark power work differently from Ryuga's? How does the Hades Gate let you drag someone into hell and back if its bay was created artificially? Like, what the hell is the Dragon Clan? Why are there pocket dimensions powered by Bay Spirit? None of it ever gets fully explained. It's all hinted at, just enough to be very interesting, but never fully explored. So I asked, what if it was? What if the underworld was real and Damien ruled it? What if Beyblades did evolve with the Blader, not just through the star fragment, but with everyone? That's when everything clicked.
It really stuck. It's honestly. Oh my gosh. My nose. Stunning. Zurvik. Like, like, oh, crud. Now it makes sense.
Later, not just through the star fragment, but with everyone. That's when everything clicked. In Beyblade, the powers aren't just aesthetics, they're metaphors. The dark power is unresolved fear. Hades' Gate is self-destruction. The idea that some people would rather trap themselves in.
Honestly, very solid points. very like this analysis is very spot on.
Misery than face reality. Battling is more than competition, it's reconciliation. It's how characters confront who they were, who they've become, and who they still might be. The bays themselves evolve with their users physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Despite what TikTok and YouTube Shorts and even Beyblade fan wikis will tell you, Beyblade characters have no defined canon ages. The original creator of the manga has explicitly specified that. So I'm gonna do what every reliable artist does and start making shit up. Logically though. The reason why this even matters is because I want to design these
Like I really do remember the first video. Like I'm gonna make shit up because nobody can stop me. Like that crud lives in my brain rent free.
grown-up versions of the characters accurately, and we can obviously tell that a blader like Tiffy is nowhere near the age of a blader like, I don't know, Deshine or Argo. We know that in the manga's equivalent to the first episode, Kenta tells us, the audience, that he's in 5th grade. Although the manga and anime are wildly different continuities, we're just gonna have to go with what we got. So as a reference, I'll say Kenta is 10 or 11 years old, and use that as a launch point. Second, we know that Hikaru is a secretary for the WBBA by the 2nd season, which is important, because assuming that this is a job placed in Japan with actual pay and hours and shit, that puts another reference point on the table. Lastly, in the anime, we know that the World Championships doesn't allow anyone who's not a minor to participate, which is why characters like Phoenix and the DJs are disqualified. But the definition of that is different among each region. Since the maximum qualified, but the definition of that is different.
Like how? Like I don't feel like he's an adult. He's just like, what if Buford was built like a brick house, like a brick wall, like prior to absolute Batman's introduction? Like, bruh, that is Buford. He was literally a brick wall.
Different among each region. Since the maximum among all countries is 21, I'm gonna assume that's what they mean. So using these very vague and limited clues, this is how old I think all the major Metal Saga characters are, and I'll be using this as reference for how I approach the characters' updated designs. So just add the shit by 10. All my designs will harken back to one central theme, roots. After the Nemesis crisis, the characters' journeys continue in the places they once began. My art style will be slightly different than the one I used for my graphic novel The Changers, but with minute differences from the anime too. For these Beyblade designs, I'm giving the eyes a little more gloss and detail to mirror the art style of the original manga, though other details such as in the clothing and accessories will be simplified to fit my more exaggerated and sharp shape language. Firstly, I gather a reference file. I gather a gaggle, a slew of visual inspirations for the character to use in concept art and in the final model. At this stage,
I do like, that is, I do like a gaggle and like, ooh.
Inspirations for the character to use in concept art and in the final
I gather a gaggle and slew. That shit was so funny.
model. At this stage, I sketch out certain aspects of the reference file that I want to include in the actual model. They could be stray accessories, the general facial structure, expressions, and a really rough outline of the full body. Then I block out primitive color choices and silhouettes for each design. I wanted to show a natural but subversive sense of progression for the characters. How do I continue where they left off in Metal Fury without it looking like a 12-year-old made it on Deviant?
Okay, that is much better example. but then the first video.
The guiding word for this whole set of designs is roots. How have these characters changed
That's right.
over the past 10 years? How do they call back to the characters' origins that we already know? And what purpose would these changes serve in supporting the overall story? Now that I have all the proportion marking out of the way, I used the sketches I made on paper to inform how the actual model sheet is gonna go down. Usually I would start the sketches for each character on their own file, but this time I want to see all of them side by side.
Honestly, that it's pretty good showing. Keep up the work, Sarah.
To ensure that the silhouettes and shape languages are distinct enough from one another. You'll also notice that my approach to stylizing these characters is a little different from how I went about it before. I felt that the deceptive simplicity of my old art style was hindering how accurate these characters looked compared to their source material. It works great for something created for it, but for Beyblade, I felt that I needed to take a different approach. Let's check in with some of our bladers. Jinga Hagane, after defeating Nemesis and rejecting the title of #1 blader, went rogue. Now he travels alone to search for the strong opponents he sensed while absorbing every bay on Earth.
Noise.
To fight Nemesis. He does burger vlog reviews, fights in remote tournaments, and avoids fame like the plague, trusting in his friends to carry the role of Beyblade's heroes.
Pretty great. That's a pretty great development for Jinga.
His bay, Wing Pegasus, is red now.
Ooh. I like kid.
Like a quiet salute to Phoenix, and a reminder that Jinga's finally choosing to battle truly for himself. Kenta Yumiya, the world keeps calling him the next.
Yo, that Kenta design, massive glow up compared to the 2024 version. Like, yo.
Generation, so he carries that like a backpack full of bricks. He's basically the poster child for responsibility, and the worst part is, he actually tries to live up to it. And with Ryuga gone, Kenta's been carrying that dragon-shaped shadow alone, until the day he realizes that the inheritance might not be a metaphor. Kyoya Tatagame finally beats Jinga, and that
Okay, first of all, I don't feel like Kyoya changed that much. Probably just maybe a little more altered in the new art style. Like Jinga doesn't look, or at least he looks slightly the same. So, but that's just my own opinion.
the day he realizes that the inheritance might not be a metaphor. Kyoya Tatagame finally beats Jinga, and that victory destroys him. With his goal achieved, he's left purposeless, until Nile helps him refocus. Now Kyoya forms the Neo Face Hunters as a found family of lost bladers, both young and old. He's still abrasive, still proud, but now he's a leader who lifts others instead of just chasing power. His Bay, Duo Leon, trades its offensive nature for
Fire design, like genuinely, that looks really cool.
precision and stronger winds, a symbol of Kyoya's sharpened focus. Damien Hart obsessed
Oh shoot, I'm not that fond of the Joker personally. I don't feel like it, but the overall design is almost perfect. Like no complaints.
Has to reclaim power after his embarrassment to Kyoya, tries to strengthen Hades' Gate, and realizes that what he previously thought was a figment of his own spirit was actually a move that transported his opponents to the pits of the Beyblade underworld. While there, Damien raises an empire built from obsession, and Phantom Kerbex feeds on the souls of bladers he crushed. When a certain dragon-clad blader wakes up down there, Damien humors him. He tries to prove to his face that power was always a leash. Ryuga, he's complicated.
Yeah, he really is complicated.
Defeated, humbled, and broken after the Rago fight, he had disappeared for almost a decade. The truth is, his spirit needed time to recharge just as Storm Pegasus had when it beat El Drago during Battle Bladers. But unlike Pegasus who had rested in the cosmos, Ryuga mysteriously ended up in Hades, and through a brutal battle with Hades Inc.'s Damien, Ryuga claws himself out of the dark realm and back into the world again.
For once, W smart. W smarts where you go. Like, seriously, I need to shout him out. Like, really great job, Noxy.
Realizing with decisive finality that he's not the man he once was. Hikaru Hasama is the
Why the heck are you so fine? I'm not elaborating. Moving on.
new CEO of the WBBA and has been living with Beyblade-shaped trauma for 10 years, the kind of trauma that doesn't just heal on its own. Her mother, the person whose greatest wish was for Hikaru to become strong, suddenly passes away, and she wasn't there. So suddenly, Ryuga's return was like a blast from the past showing up at her doorstep, and just like that, it's the question of agency. Is she going to keep letting that fear dictate her life?
F no, baby.
Or is she finally going to choose what happens next, even if it hurts? Whether it's the underutilized underdogs like Sora, or the background nobodies like Kenta's NPC friend Akira,
Who the fuck is that?
in Beyblade Beyond, they get stories too. Every design I created, every older version
I help a little bit with Madoka. Okay, Benkei doesn't look that different, but just his artwork was expanded.
of these characters was rooted in one question. What happened?
Yo, why you meme get like that? Like, chill, bruh.
Happens when you don't stop at the end. Growing up isn't about aging, it's about reevaluating. It's about revisiting what shaped you and asking, what now? What lies beyond the bookend handed to you? For many of us, Beyblade was a launching point, a myth disguised as a cartoon. So why not treat it with the weight that it deserves? Why not honor the emotions it gave us by imagining how those emotions play out over time? That's what these redesigns are. That's what this series is. It's me, as a grown-ass adult, looking back and saying, you mattered, you were worth finishing. Now you know what Beyblade Beyond is. But What can you expect from it?
Like, what can I really expect? Let's find out.
What will actually come out? A full animated series? I'm too broke for that. A full comic? My schedule's too full for that. So within what I can realistically manage as one man, I'm planning the release of videos, social media posts, and short comic excerpts that show off the world in the most realistically
Honestly, that honestly pretty reasonable reasonable explanations. So I'll be there. I'll be there, no matter what.
plausible way I can. The point is consistency and momentum, not overpromising and disappearing for a year. I wish I could do more, but that would mean expanding the project at a scale that just isn't possible right now. But I can promise this: the designs are being redone with intention, the arcs are being built with character-first logic, and the whole grown-up saga we never got angle will surpass the idea of nostalgia bait and become a way to explore what Metal Fight was always flirting with underneath the toy commercial. What started as plastic toys clashing in Walmart stadiums became, for many of us, a foundational part of childhood. But childhood doesn't last. Many of us, a foundational
Hey, hey, Ship. When you're shameless. Hey, don't be afraid of little shame. What the heck? Shameless plug, like a real YouTuber.
part of childhood. But childhood doesn't last. And nostalgia without growth becomes dead weight. So I decided to grow with that nostalgia. These characters, these stories, they're not finished. Not if we don't let them be. And when we write the next chapter, when we redesign them, not just visually, but spiritually, something magical happens. The nostalgia we have for these characters and toys becomes a form of healing. And
That's honestly pretty good timeline of constructing the Beyblade Beyond Leon. Great job.
Beyblade
Really.
becomes art. If any part of this resonated with you, if you've ever looked back at a show and thought, why didn't they do more with this? Then maybe you're already a part of this. I've redesigned more characters. Then maybe you're already a part of this. I've redesigned
Yo, the Cheyenne look smash me, daddy.
more characters. I've written more arcs. And I'll let the world of Beyblade spin the way it was always meant to.
What's Warrior? What's next? That's it, buddy. Whew. Whew. Great flipping video. Whew. Uh, if you're hearing any buzzes, it's my heater. Ugh. Like once again, great flipping video. Ugh. Like give this man's second channel all the love and support. Like subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'm subscribed for obvious reasons. Oh. If anyone is interested, I have a link to the stream. Like this bag of chips had some real hot ass content. Whew. Oh, oh shoot. Whew. Once again, subscribe to Noxie's second channel. Give the stream all the like. Give my stream all the views and uh, the likes, views, hype ups, anything. Whew. And also, comment, try about the engagement or the YouTube setup. Floyd will get me. And that will do it for the first, for my first ever reaction. So, I'm Chris Milchev, and this was my first reaction. Good night, everybody.